Hello everyone, today we're gonna do a new free-to-play episode, which is gonna be the first one. So there's a lot that I want to show you all, and it's basically a walkthrough. I am not the best player, so if you have any tips, please just let me know and I'll keep it in mind. And without further ado, let's get into the video, because that's what you're all here for anyway. So let's take a look at the actual account that we have here. It's already been leveled up a little bit. I haven't been doing my daily logins, so that is a bad thing. Okay, let's see. So this account is now level 18. And it's not the best account. I mean, I'm doing my best to make it work. Let me adjust this a little bit. Okay, there we go. So what have I been doing on this account so far? I have just been trying to get to the scenario, trying to farm, trying to level up the critical monsters, and also evolving them into 3 stars, 4 stars. Trying to get everything to a 4-star before I start making 5 stars. Well, not everything, but I mean the essential monsters, because I feel like that is what's gonna bring me the most progression. Now this thing is nice to have when you're a casual free-to-play player, because, you know. Alright, so let me guide you through the monsters. Also, I have not purchased the starter pack. I have not purchased the intermediate pack. I've not purchased any of the packs on the site. I have not purchased anything from the shop. So let me show you that, in case no one believes me, but I am pretty pay to win on my main, so I'm asking for it, right? But either way, let's get into these monsters, because I've had a few event scrolls, which I did summon. Sorry about that. And it gave me a dupe lapis. Now I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. There are uses for it, I feel like, and we're going to obviously not feed her because it's a free-to-play account, and I feel like it's gonna get a lot tougher to summon scrolls and do anything like that, especially in the early game. I know there's a lot of rewards which give you scrolls and events and everything, you know, but it's gonna be a lot less scrolls than what I normally would summon on my pay to win account. So therefore, why do I keep going here? My camera's here. Why is my face so blurry? Stop that. Okay, so therefore, now I'm adjusting it again. Therefore, I don't even know what I was saying anymore. But okay, so lapis, I have my first lapis that I got here. I am having this guy. I wanted to awaken him, but I did not get to it yet, so that's a project. Also, I was farming Hall of Light for the Baladian, which I will tell you about in a second. The Shannon you get from the rewards, she's very good. The Bernard is also very good. And I pulled Randy from an unknown scroll. So I was obviously really happy, because this was like really early into the game, and I pulled Randy. And he just helped me so much that I actually decided to awaken him. Okay, because not only does he get more attack speed, he just becomes better, and his last skill is what is actually making him so good. Also, of course, that he can ignore defense, which is really great in scenarios, which is really great on bosses. Alright, let's move on. Konamiya, always a good cleanser until you get Pharaoh. Use the Konamiya. Then there's my dupe lapis. I know I don't like her. I don't know why I didn't get anything else, but that just happens sometimes, and you can't really influence that. So yeah, I've got a dupe lapis. I have Kmoon. Not really using him because, well, what do you use him for early game, right? Then I have Tion that I also want to awaken, but can't do yet. I have Nubia, which I actually awakened because I like his... he has this freeze effect, so his passive actually does freezing. Every attack has 50% chance to freeze the enemy, which is really great, especially when you're in scenarios when you can't really do them yet, but you just need that extra crowd control to finish it off, which is what he's mostly there for, right? Furry I haven't been paying too much attention to be honest. I got this guy, I have not done much with him yet, doesn't have any runes, so this was my like dark scroll. I am happy that I got this guy. I mean, it could have been like a hellhound, you know. Not certain what his place is gonna be in my monsters yet, but we'll figure that out as we go, so we're not focusing on him too much. Then I've got this Decameron, which I am using for the continuous damage. He is probably not gonna see a lot of use, but some use, so that's good. This Warbear, I really want to awaken him and use him because of his skills. So he does provoke and counter attack, but he also has this thing which reduces the attack bar, and he has this one which reduces the attack power. So I think this is a good monster to start with. I also got Arena, not using her yet. I got this dropped from a scenario, and I've got these two I think from Mystical Scrolls, but I'm not using those. This guy's interesting because he ignores defense. I just got him from a reward actually, so I didn't even lock him yet, which I'm gonna do right now. And that's basically it. I got the first fusion monsters right here, and that brings me to my next topic. Now pay attention because this is very important. Okay. One defense match, didn't even try. So the fusing monsters is so important because you're gonna need your Pheromos. And who is Pheromos? It's the Dark Ifrit. Okay, so if you follow along this challenge path right here, you don't see it there, you see it here. Where do you, I don't even know. But if you follow it, you will get everything you need for the Dark Ifrit, and then you'll also get if you not on this one I think, or is it? Yes, you also get the runes that you can put on him immediately. Now these are really great. I mean, you can put Swift on him as well if you need more speed, but you get a full set of runes that are ready to use, that are ready to go, that you can put on him once you've fused him. And this is just such a great reward system that I'm really enjoying. When I first started, this wasn't here, so I really am getting to know this system and how it helps you as a new player, because I only got the rewards as I was already level 50, you know. So this is all great, so keep doing those things, those challenges, they're called challenges. There's a lot more challenges like this one here that says you need to evolve and you need to get a 6-star. No, you don't, not yet, don't worry about it too much. These challenges are good as you can get your Konomiya, and what else can you get? Colleen. Colleen is a great monster. You get Decameron, but she's not really good. You get Teru and you get Rakaya. Rakaya is a healer, he is the Wind Yeti. So keep doing all that, don't worry too much about this giant stuff yet, because it's gonna be a lot harder to complete that. Don't worry about this too much either. Right now what I am focusing on from level 0, or sorry, level 1, you start at level 1, to level 20 is completing my scenario map, which means that I'll have access to all the runes that I need access to. As you can see, I've already completed 2 stages or 2 parts of the map on hell mode, which means that I can farm this part of the map and get 5-star runes from it. And 5-star runes are really all that you're gonna need for your first giant B10 team, so that's why I am trying to rush this as soon as possible. I am also using my friends monsters to complete further up into the map. So for example, for empty runer, can you go away? I would start a level, and instead of one of my monsters, let's say instead of him, because he's the highest level, I would use Joran's rep, or whoever's rep monster that is good enough to take on this stage as a solo monster. That will do. So make sure you add a lot of friends that can help you out in these cases, and that helps you get these rewards, because also every time you clear a scenario you get rewards, which is really great. By the way, that wasn't even there when I was, well, I already said that, but as you can see, this is all going fairly easy, and this is all you need to do in the beginning. Just try to complete your scenario and try to complete at least up to Feynman in hell mode, or in hard mode even, and then you can get some pretty good runes, and you use those runes to complete up to harder and higher levels. And then once you get all your runes set up, you're gonna start going on the Kairos dungeon, okay? So this is just the first episode, so don't worry about it all too much, because I'm gonna show you the whole way of how you're gonna do this and how you're gonna go about it. Just don't make the mistake that you think that levels is progression, because most people will be trying to rush to get to level 50, because that's when they think that I'll be very strong. But being strong is not based on that being that level 50. I mean, you will become level 50 eventually, right? Being strong is based on your units and on the runes that you put on those units, okay? So you need to have the right units with the right runes, and once you have those, you're able to go even further, even beyond that, okay? You can go beyond that. You can go and farm your giants. Once you finish your giants B10, you're gonna farm that, and you're gonna get even better runes, and that's really the goal. That's your goal for now, okay? To complete that giants B10, and it doesn't matter if it takes you 5 minutes to complete it per run. It's just the fact that you need to get those runes. Once you get those runes, you're gonna start getting a lot of different rewards. Like you're gonna do TOA, and in TOA you get free crystals, you get devil moons, you get scrolls, you get legendary scrolls, you get a light dark scroll, and that's really where you want to go to, because you need all those things to basically get better units, get better runes, get refills, you know. Last tip I want to give you is your crystals are valuable, okay? You're free to play, so don't waste your crystals, okay? I am not going to use any of my crystals that I have right now, or that I will get, on buying premium packs or scrolls. And why? Because you get a lot of scrolls for free, okay? There's a lot of events, there's a lot of scrolls that drop from dungeons, you know. You will get scrolls eventually, and you will get those units that you want, trust me. But the crystals are so much more valuable than those monsters, because the crystals are gonna help you progress. You don't need that unit to progress in the game. All you need are the runes for the unit, okay? All you need are runes. And that is why you use your crystals to refresh. I do not recommend refreshing under level 20, because you're going to level up, and when you level up your energy is going to be refilled, okay? So you can play a lot and you have all the energy you need. Besides that, you also get free energy every day, and there's events that will give you also free energy, okay? So make sure to check your events, okay? And there's a little icon at the top left, like right there in the game somewhere, and it has a little gift in it, okay? I will show you in a second, and that's where the event is. So if you go into there, there's always an event, there's always something going on, and you can always get your free stuff. Possibly that you need to farm to get your free stuff, or that you need to complete some type of quest to get your free stuff. But that is no problem at all, because if you check it once you log in and you see, oh hey, I need to battle 5 people in arena to get free stuff, you can go ahead and do that and collect your stuff and then go about your gameplay to clear this area, for example. What else did I want to say? Not much, just that don't buy premium packs, use it, save it up until you're level 20. And that's when you can start using it as energy refills. And don't refill arena wings because it's not that important in the game just now, okay? Some good units that I want to tell you about. Let me show you the event thing first. So right here, right here it says event. You can click on it. Right now there's an event with balloons going. A fundraising event, so you use energy and you use arena wings, and that's how you get these balloons. So let's see, so I've used 12 energy, 0 arena, and here you go. So the more balloons you have, you get free energy, you get free mana, free crystals, free summoning stones, and a free light darkness scroll. So this is gonna give you all the summoning that you need, okay? So you don't need more summoning. And these crystals can be saved until you're level 20, until you're worrying about, hey, I ran out of energy, okay? So that's basically the event thing. Now let's, no, not this one. Let's get into the monsters that you get early on that you should keep if you ever get them. Always keep your net 5s and your net 4s. So if you summon a monster that is 4 stars, keep it, put it in storage. If you don't use it, you never know when it might be useful to you. Don't feed it, okay? So for the 2 stars, there are actually a few 2 stars that are very interesting to keep. I get the tutorial. So Konamiya, you all know this guy, you all get him in the challenges and you all have used him before. If you didn't get him yet, check out the challenges and you will see how to get him, okay? Or her, I don't know, it's a bird, so I don't know. But why is this bird so interesting? I will show you that right here, because the first skill has a stun, okay? So you have a chance to stun. The second skill fills up an ally's attack bar. It can also fill up the attack bar of Konamiya, him or herself, okay? So you fill up the attack bar and basically the person who, if you fill the attack bar off, will move next. And then the last one is peace, removes all harmful effects and recovers HP. This is so good when you're in scenarios, when you're in dungeons, when you're in, even in PvP areas. This is gonna be so helpful because it's gonna remove everything on your monsters. Let's say you got your Lapis is stunned up and she also has defense break on her. No problem, just use peace and you're Gucci, okay? Let's move on to the next one, which is Colleen. Now, I'm not going to go over all the skills, but I'm going to say this. Colleen has an attack break, she has a heal block, and she heals on her last skill, which also gives an attack buff. So this is great just in general, because if you're fighting a boss, you need to attack break him. If you're fighting someone who can heal himself, like the Wind Salamander, you can heal block him. Or if you just need a healer and an attack buffer, this is the way to go. And this monster is really great, and I advise you to keep the monster and don't feed it. Let's move on to the next one, the Wind Pixie. So she's called Shannon. She has glancing hit on her first skill. She has a slow AoE slow on her second skill, and she does a defense and attack buff on her third skill. Which is all really good because glancing means that the enemy won't be hitting you as hard. Slowing means that they won't be hitting you as much. And the buff basically means you do more damage and you receive less damage. So really great support unit that is used a lot in beginner levels. She's really present in almost every beginner team, so keep that in mind, okay? So now that we're at Wind, I also want to talk about Bernard. You've all got a Bernard. If you don't, check out the challenges. He's completely there and he's completely easy to get. What does Bernard do? Basically, it's all about his third skill. He is speedy and he gives attack bar boost and he gives a speed boost for your entire team. Which means you're going to be attacking faster, which means you're going to kill the enemy faster, which means they're not going to attack you as much, okay? So last thing I want to say, he does have an attack break and a defense break on his second skill, which is also very useful. Because defense break means more damage. More damage means that they'll hit you less often. Now, what else did I want to look into right here? Can't really see right now. There's probably some monsters that I've left out, but some 4-star monsters that I want to make you aware of are really good, and if you have them, don't feed them. Are the Fire Vampire, the Wind Sky Dancer, the Water Pirate Captain, the Wind Joker, and I'm sure I've got a few there. Let's see. I think that's it. But Fire Rexasha, the Fire Rexasha. You don't have to use them yet if you don't like them, or if you don't see any purpose for them at the moment. Just put them in storage or leave them in your box, but make sure you lock them so you don't accidentally feed them. But make sure to keep in mind that those are the monsters that you really want to keep, that will be very useful for you later on in the game. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, Magic Shop. Now that I see the icon, I know that it's important. What is the Magic Shop? It's a building that Alia tells you to build, and then you build it and you're like, wait, what do I do with it, right? Well, the first thing is to open all the slots on the actual shop, okay? Why is this so important? Because in this shop, you can also find skill ups for your 2 stars. Let's say your Wind Pixie Shannon, your Garudas. You can find them all here randomly, okay? Sometimes they will just spawn in the shop and you buy it and you get a free skill up. Secondly is because there's also scrolls. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the microphone. There's also scrolls that are gonna spawn in here. Mystical scrolls that you can buy, and you can summon also unknown scrolls. Anything that you need. Also runes, you know, pieces for legendaries and light and dark scrolls. They are all gonna be in there. Okay, so keep that in mind, that you do want to open all those slots. I know it costs crystals, but they are worth it. They are really worth it. Skilling up your monsters, especially the 2-star monsters, very quickly is really, really great, because their debuffs are gonna apply much more reliable, and the Garuda is gonna heal more, and it's just gonna help you so tremendously. Keep that in mind. I know I'm saying keep that in mind a lot, but that means it's important. So that's all I wanted to say for the levels 1 to 20, and once I get to level 20, I'll possibly be making another video of what I'm going to do next. So make sure you tune in for that one. If you liked the video, please give a like, and if you like my channel or my content, please subscribe to me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Just gotta click